Good afternoon. Welcome back to Zoology first year class. We are going to discuss. We finished the SAQs. Today onwards, we are going to discuss about the VSAQs. One by one lesson, I will take for the important VSAQs only. We are going to discuss. The first one is the first lesson, diversity in living world. The inside of that, which VSAQs are important means the first one, the metabolism. Here, what is the metabolism means the chemical reactions takes place in the organism's body. Total chemical reactions. Here, total sum of chemical reactions. The chemical reactions that takes place in the body of the organisms. Here, collectively called as a metabolism. How many chemical reactions are occur inside of the body of organism that we call as a metabolism. Here, the hundreds of chemical reactions are going on. That all the chemical reactions combinedly we call it as a metabolism. Metabolism is distinctive character of the living beings. Here, living beings compulsorily they are having the metabolism. Clear? Next, what are the examples means here it is a metabolism is two types: anabolism and the catabolism. Here, anabolism means they are after the reaction they will liberating the energy. They build up the energy that we call as a anabolism. Some reactions are utilizing the energy that we called as a catabolism. Anabolism example is the digestion. The catabolism example is the respiration. Here, in the next, this one, the photosynthesis is also anabolic reaction. Here, means they are build up the energy. That means they are after the reaction, they are liberating the energy that we call as a anabolism, and combinedly anabolism, catabolism called it as a metabolism. Here, next is the first metabolism. Second one is called as a biogenesis. Here, bio means life. Here, life begins with life, not begins here. Life begins with life. Here, our life gives life is called as a biogenesis. Bio in the name only there. Life. Here, biogenesis is the theory of evolution which says life begins with life. Here, thus living beings are produced from the living beings, not from the non-living things. Living beings are produced, simple one. Living beings are produced by the living things only, not for the non-living things. Simple, one word you write it, but the biogenesis. Life comes from life. Life comes from life. Living organisms give the living things by the living beings produced by the living beings, not by the non-living things. That is a simple answer. Clear? Next is a next one is the next one also important. That is a histology. Here, histology means the study about the tissues is called as a simple one. Histology is the study of the microscopic structures of different tissues is called as a histology. It is also known as a microanatomy. Another name of the histology is called as a microanatomy. Histology means study about the microscopic structures of different tissues we can't see with the naked eye. That's why that we call as a microscopic structure of the different tissues. It is a study of microscopic structure of the different tissues. Is also another name is also there, that is called as a microanatomy. Here, next we are coming into the next VSAQs. Next, the differences between the embryology and the ethology. Here, difference between the embryology and ethology. Embryology means the study about the events. Which events? The fertilization, zygote formation, cleavage, and the development of the organs from the zygote is called as a embryology. Embryology means study about the formation of embryo. Here, it is a study of the development of the embryo is called as a embryology. Embryology is the study of the development of the embryo. In that, which events are there? Fertilization is there, formation of the zygote is there, cleavage is there, and development of the organs from zygote is there. Here, that we call as the events: fertilization, formation of zygote, cleavage, and development of the organs in the zygote is called it as a embryology. The development of the embryo study is called as a embryology. What about the ethology? Means behavior, animal behavior. We study about the animal behavior is called as a ethology. It involves the observation. We are observing or the recording, analysis of the functions. We estimated the behavior, that we call it as a ethology. Clear? Next, simply the study about the animal behavior is called as a ethology. It involves the observation, recording, analysis of the functions of animal, relation to the ecological, physiological, and evolutionary aspects is called as a ethology. See this one. This is about the embryology and ethology. Here. 4 VSAQs we discussed. Next. Next, see, next most important one. This one is called as these three are very, very important. This is the trinomial nomenclature, taxonomy, and differentiate between the protostomia and deuterostomia. They repeatedly coming questions. These are, listen clearly. The trinomial nomenclature. Three names are there. Tri means three. Three names are there in the scientific name that we call as a trinomial name nomenclature. See this one. Naming of organism. We are giving the name. Naming of organism, which with three words. First word is called as a genus. Second is called as a species, and the third one is called as subspecies. Is called trinomial nomenclature. Here, it is used to name the subspecies of the organism. We are adding the subspecies to the species that we call the trinomial nomenclature. The example here it is see, Homo is the genus name. First word is indicates the genus name. Homo is a genus. Next, second name indicates the species name. Species name. Third name indicates the subspecies name. Subspecies name. Here, this is called as a trinomial. Means three names. Three words are there. One is the genus. Second one is a species. Third one is a subspecies. Three words are there in the scientific name that we call as a trinomial nomenclature. Simply naming of the organism in which the three words are there that we call as a trinomial nomenclature. Give the example like that. Homo sapiens, sapiens. Homo is a genus name. Sapiens is a species name. One more sapiens is a subspecies name. Like this in the scientific name, three words are there that we call as a trinomial nomenclature. Here, next one is a taxonomy. What is taxonomy? Give two examples. Practice the naming of organism or practice the naming of animals in which the generic name means genus name and species name is same is called as a taxonomy. Means the first word and second word is same, that we call as a taxonomy. Here, practice the naming of animals in which generic name means genus name and the specific name means species name is same, that we call it taxonomy. See here, the first word, the NASA. Second word is also same repeatedly, that we call it the genus name is NASA, species name is also NASA. Like this, repeatedly they will come to that we call as a taxonomy. That is scientific name of Indian cobra. Next, second example is axis. First genus name is the axis. The species name is also axis. Spotted deer means the species name and generic. Here, simply write it. Practice the naming of organisms in which genus name and the species name is same. That we call it as a taxonomy. Example is Nasa. It is the scientific name of Indian cobra. Next, axis, scientific name of the spotted deer. Here, this one is about the taxonomy. This very, very important. Trinomial nomenclature, taxonomy, and these three only compulsorily one give, I think. The next one is the differentiate between the protostomia and the deuterostomia. Clear? What it is means the protostomia is the eumetazoans. Eumetazoans means they are the multicellular organisms. Here they are called as a eumetazoans, in which the blastophore is developed into mouth. See this one in the embryonic stage, in the blastula and the gastrula stage. The inside of the embryo, blastula and gastrula stage, the middle some coelom-like structure is present. That we call as a blastocele. Blastocele is present. This blastocele, this opening is in a, that is formed as a mouth. In the development stage, the blastophore, this blastophore is formed as a mouth. Then we call as a protostomia. Some phylums, they are formed as a mouth. Development. See this. Protostomia is the both of them are eumetazoans only. In which this only change. Blastophore develops into mouth is called as a protostomia. Example, Annelida, Arthropoda, and Mollusca. Here, these three phylums belongs to protostomia. In these animals, the blastophore is formed as a mouth. Here, next is the deuterostomia. Same in the eumetazoans, the blastophore form it as the same. The blastophore form it as a anus. That we call it as a deuterostomia. See this one. The deuterostomia is a eumetazoans in which anus is formed from near the blastophore. Near the blastophore or from the blastophore is called as a deuterostomia. Example, echinodermata, hemichordata, and the chordata. Clear? These phylums are having the like this. Simply blastophore. Here the remember this word. Blastophore develops into mouth is called as a protostomia. Blastophore form it as the anus. Near the anus or anus is right off. That is called as a deuterostomia. Examples here Annelida, Arthropoda, and Mollusca. In this echinodermata, hemichordata, and chordata. Here the blastophore form it as a mouth. Blastophore form it as a remaining are same. These are eumetazoans. These are also eumetazoans. Here, this is about the differentiate between the protostomia and the deuterostomia. These three are very, very important. You compulsory you learn it, these three questions. The taxonomy, trinomial nomenclature, and protostomia continuously. The previous papers continuous there they gave. That's why it is the most important answers for VSAQs. Don't miss this one. Next is the what ICZN stands for. What does ICZN stands for? This is the organization. What is the full form of this means? The International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. For the zoological names are, the scientific names are given by this one only. That's why this is called as the International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. This organization give the guidelines to the scientific names. Those are giving the scientific name to the organisms. That time they take the guidelines from this organization. That full form of ICZN is the International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Clear? This one is about this is also important one. The full form only asking ICZN. Clear? Next. Species richness. Species region. Species, it is a number of species per unit area. Per unit area, 1 unit area we are taking. How many number of species are there? That counting is called as a number of species richness. Here, the more number of species is there, that species richness is more. See this one? It is a number of species per unit area. More number of species indicates the more species richness. No more number of species are there in that particular area. That time species richness is more in this one. Here, what is the formula means? Log S means species richness is equal to Z log A plus log C. Means here the S is equal to species richness equal to area. Z log area means the slope of the line, the log A, and the C is the interrupt. Clear? Just you write down the definition and give the formula. The log S is equal to Z log A plus log C. Clear? This the number of species per unit area is called as a species richness. More number of species are there. The species richness also more. Clear? This one is about the species richness. And next one also important. This one is important. This one is also important. See this one. Mention the 2 products of the medicinal importance. The obtained from the nature. From the nature, the 2 medicinal importance products we are getting. What are they means? First one is the razor pine. That is the one chemical. Razor pine is a chemical. That razor pine chemical is we are getting from the Rahulfia plant. Here, this Rahulfia plant is present in the Himalayan range. This what is the use of this one means? We are using this for the treating of the high blood pressure. High blood pressure treating purpose, we are using this chemical. What it is? Razor pine. That chemical we are getting from the plant that is called as a Rahulfia plant. Rahulfia vomitoria plant. Already in the for SAQs we discuss about this one. Clear? The species here ecosystem, the means genetic diversity. Genetic diversity time we discuss this one. That is the Rahulfia vomitoria plant that is producing the chemical razor pine that is useful for the treatment of the high blood pressure. Second chemical that we call as a quinine. Quinine is also one alkaloid, not alkaloid chemical. That chemical is we getting from the bark of cinchona. Cinchona plant bark. We are getting the chemical that we call as a quinine, but that is used for the treating of the malaria fever treating purpose. We are using this chemical. That chemical we are getting from the bark of cinchona plant. Next is the vinblastin. Here, vinblastin, that is also chemical that we are getting from the Vinca rosea plant. That is the anti-cancer drug. For the cancer treatment, we are using this chemical that we call as a vinblastin that is getting from the Vinca rosea plant. Clear? This one is about the 2 medicinal plants, 2 products of the medicinal important obtained from the nature. From the nature only, these chemicals we can get and treating the number of disorders. Clear? Next. Next, this one, sometimes this one is also asking the sacred groves. Means sacred groves means plants. The flora preserved, that we call as the biodiversity. The reserve is the one. It is called as a sacred groves. For the we are preventing the plants, the religious plants. We are preventing that. That is called as a sacred groves. These sacred groves are the what it is? Small group of trees. Sacred groves are small group of trees in area the venerated from the local people. Here means the religious people, they are growing that one. What it is means, see this one, the more important sacred groves are the Kasi and Jayantiya hills. Kasi and Jayantiya hills, where they are located means Meghalaya. In Meghalaya, they are located. Which one? Kasi and Jayantiya hills. Next is the Aravali hills. These are the place in the hills where it is located means Rajasthan and Gujarat. In the Aravali hills also, some plants are preserved that we call as the Aravali hills. Sarguja and Bastar. It is present in Chhattisgarh. Here, Chanda in Madhya Pradesh. Like this, the four sacred groves are there. What are they means? Number of are there, but here we are list out this one only. Kasi and Jayantiya hills in Meghalaya, Aravali hills in Rajasthan and Gujarat, Sarguja and Bastar in Chhattisgarh, Chanda in Madhya Pradesh. Here, this one is about the sacred groves. And last question, last BSQ in this lesson. What it is means? Write the full form of IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Habitat. ICZN, International. Already we discussed ICZN, that is the International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. The two are important. Here it is the IUCN. IUCN. Here same international, their code. Here Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. We are preventing the nature and the natural resources, that we call it as the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. Here, threatened species means those are dangerous. Threatened species are enlisted in the red data books. In the means IUCN is the organization. They are maintaining the books that we call as a red data books. Which animals are going to danger? Threatened. Threatened means they are in the danger, that we call as a threat. They are destroying more, that we call as a threatened. The threatened species is enlisted. How many are there? Leopards, how many? Cheetah, how many? And lions, how many? Like that, they are numbering. They are enlisted. Every year, they are updating these books that we call as a red data book. Clear? Which who will maintain this one? IUCN. Clear? Threatened species are enlisted in the red data book of the IUCN. Clear? What is the full form of IUCN? International Union for Conservation of Nature and the Natural Resources. Threatened species are enlisted in the red data books of IUCN. Clear? With this, we finish the first lesson VSAQs. The almost the less only there. That's why this is a easy one, easiest one. The listen here. The first year means the 4-5 lessons VSAQs, important VSAQs. Continuously you learn it. Easily you can get 6 VSAQs. This is the first one. First lesson is we finished. Next, second is a structural organization. In this lesson, mostly they are giving the 2 to 3 VSAQs. That's why be careful. This lesson also most important for the VSAQs. Not only 2, sometimes it's 3 also. They will give. That's why concentrate in the next lesson. This next lesson VSAQs. This lesson VSAQs. What is monoaxial heteropolar symmetry? Here, this is mainly the name the group of animals which is the having the principal symmetry. It is the symmetry by which any plane passing through the central axis. Actually, it is a radial symmetry here, which any plane passing through the central axis, the body is divided into two identical parts that we call as a monoaxial symmetry or also called as a radial symmetry. For example, I take the hydra. Simple. I'll take the hydra. In the hydra, what it is? The here, according to a center point, we can cut like this, we gain two equal halves. Like this, we gain two equal halves. Like this, we gain. Means any one plane we gain two equal halves. According to the center, we cut into any axis, any plane, we gain two equal halves. That we call as a, another name of the radial symmetry is called as a monoaxial heteropolar symmetry, or also called as a radial symmetry. Means according to the center point, we can cut into any plane, we gain two equal halves or mirror images. That type of symmetry is called as a radial symmetry. Example, which one? Diploplastic animals like cnidarians are having this type of symmetry. Here, next. Next one is the cephalization. Here, what is the cephalization? So that is also very, very important. Cephalization. Cephalo means the head. Here, the cephalization, how it is useful to the possessors. Cephalization is the formation of nerve and sensory cells anterior part of the body. Anterior part of the body means inside of the head. Which one is formed? The nerve and sensory cells. Nerve and sensory cells at the anterior part of the body. Here, the cephalization is the formation of nerve and sensory cells at the anterior part of the body is called as a cephalization. The animals with cephalization can sense new environment easily. They can sense the new environment and move efficiently than the other animals seeking food, locating mate, and avoiding to escaping of the predators. Here, before that, some animals are not having the cephalization, means they are the nerve and sensory cells are not located in the anterior side. That's why they can't mainly efficiently they can they seek the food and the locating mate and avoiding escaping from the predators. But these animals, those are having the cephalization, that animals are efficiently, they are seeking the food and locating the mate and avoiding escaping from the predators. That is the cephalization. Simply, cephalization means nerve cells and the sensory cells are located at the anterior, means inside of the head, they are present. The anterior part, the body, that is called cephalization. The animals having cephalization, they are sense the new environment easily and they are more efficient to searching of the food, locating of the mate, avoiding and escaping from the predators. Here, this one is about the cephalization. Here, next one is tube within tube. Mention the animals that exhibit tube within the tube organization for first time. Name their body cavity. Here, tube means, for example, this is the alimentary canal. The outside, they are having same tube, one more tube like this. The outer side body of the organism is like this. Tube with, it is looking like a tube within tube, means the tube within tube organization first time present in the nematoda animals. Here, nematihelminthes are animals, means you can take it as Oscaris, Eukarya, same like this only. Now they are tube-like. Inside of the alimentary canal also tube-like. The body cavity of the nematodes are the pseudocoelom. You can take the Oscaris as an example for nematoda. Eukarya, already type studies we learned that both of them are looking like a tube within tube organization, and the body cavity is called as a pseudocoelom. Here, next is the Next one. Why is a true coelom considered as a secondary body cavity? True coelom, why called as a secondary body cavity? In eucoelomates, means those are having the coelom that we call as a eucoelomate animal. Blastocele is the primary cavity during the day. Already we discussed blastopore. That blastocele is the primary and the true coelom is the secondary. Here, the later, the blastocele is replaced by the true coelom. First, inside any organism, first one coelom is formed, that is called as a blastocele. That is first coelom. That is replaced by the true coelom. That's why true coelom we call as a secondary body cavity. Primary body cavity is the blastocele. In the embryonic stage, the gap is there that we call the blastocele. That blastocele in the adult stage form it as a true coelom. That's why it is called as a secondary coelom. Here, it is a secondary coelom is mainly derived from the splitting of mesoderm. Here, hence the body cavity of the eucoelomates considered as a secondary body cavity. First body cavity is the blastocele that is replaced by the true coelom. That's why the true coelom we considered as a secondary body cavity. It is formed by the splitting of the mesoderm. Clear? This is about the true coelom. Next is the next question also important. See this one. What are the retroperitoneal organs? Here, organs like kidneys. Here, which organs? Organs like kidneys in vertebrates are covered by the parietal peritoneum. That is covered by the, see here, parietal peritoneum. Parietal peritoneum. The kidneys are covered by the parietal parietal peritoneum on the ventral side only, not in the dorsal side. The kidneys are surrounded by the membrane that is called as a parietal peritoneum only in the ventral side. That we call it as a such peritoneum is called as a retroperitoneum. The organs are called as a retroperitoneal organs. Which organs are having this membrane? That we call as a retroperitoneal organs. Here, the kidneys are covered by the ventral side. Ventral side are covered by the parietal peritoneum. Covered by the parietal peritoneum. That's why the kidneys are called as a retroperitoneal organs. Why means they are covered by the parietal peritoneum. Here. Next is the enterocoelom. What is enterocoelom? Name the enterocoelomate phyla in the animal kingdom. Enterocoelom means true coelom. This is also true coelom is two types are there. Schizocoelom and enterocoelom. Enterocoelom is mainly formed by the mesodermal pouches. Schizocoelom is formed by that is the 4D blastoma cells are divided and form it as a schizocoelom. The enterocoelom is formed by the mainly the mesodermal out pouches. Here, both of them are true coelom only, schizocoelom and enterocoelom. It is a type of true coelom. Enterocoelom is a type of true coelom arise from the mesodermal out pouches of the archenteron. From the archenteron, for example, here the alimentary canal. This one is the body wall. Between them, the archenteron is there. This archenteron is having the pouch-like structures are formed. All the pouches are combined and form it as the coelom. That coelom we call it here. The coelom is formed. That coelom we call it as a enterocoelom. Here, next the enterocoelomate phyla kingdom are Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Clear? The three phylums are having the enterocoelom. Clear? All the chordates are having the enterocoelom mainly means the fishes, the amphibians, reptiles, apes, mummies all are having the enterocoelomate and the hemichordata also, Echinodermata also having the enterocoelom. Clear? Enterocoelom is the one type of crucoelom. It is formed by the outer growths of the mesodermal pouches, and it is having in the Echinodermata, hemichordata, and the chordata. Next one is the differences between the exocrine and the endocrine glands. Is simple one already in the glandular tissue time, glandular epithelium time. We discussed this one. The exocrine glands means they are the ducts. They are provided with the ducts. Their secretions are secreted into the ducts. Ducts are carrying to the target cells. Here, that we call as a exocrine glands. Endocrine glands are not provided with the ducts directly. They are given the secretions to the blood. Here, endocrine glands are the ductless. Simply, these are the duct glands. These are endocrine glands are ductless glands. Here, next, the exocrine glands are secreting which substances? They secrete the saliva, either mucus or earwax or oil or milk and the digestive juices. These are secreted by the exocrine. Exocrine glands are secreting the saliva, maybe mucus, earwax, and the oil, milk, and the digestive juices are secreted by the exocrine glands. Here, example, salivary glands and the mucus glands. Next is the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are the ductless glands. They are producing only the hormones. Here, their secretion, the hormones which are directly released into the blood. Example, pituitary gland and the thyroid gland. Here, what are the difference? The between the exocrine glands are the ducts. They are provided with the ducts and they are producing saliva, maybe mucus, earwax, oil, milk, or the digestive juices they are secreting. Example, salivary glands and the mucus gland. Next, what about the endocrine glands? They are the ductless glands. They are directly given their secretion to the blood, and they are examples are the pituitary gland and the thyroid gland. Here, this one is about the distinguish between the exocrine and the endocrine glands. Next is the 15th one. Mention the two substances secreted by the mast cells, and then mast cells are present in the areolar connective tissue. In the SAQs discussing time, we discuss about the areolar connective tissue. The cells are having the which cells, mast cells are there, adipocytes are there, the fibroblast cells, like that number of cells are there. Here they are asking the functions of the mast cells, what they are secreting in the areolar connective tissue. Mast cells functions, what it is they are asking here. Here, mast cells are secreting the three types of secretions they are secreting. First one is the heparin, serotonin, histamine, and bradykinin. Here means more total four actually. Next, the heparin, histamine, bradykinin, and serotonin. Four substances are secreted by this one. The heparin, all of you know this one. Anticoagulant means they are prevent the coagulation. While the blood is flowing inside of the blood vessels, the clot will be prevented by this one only. That we call as a heparin is a anticoagulant. Here, next is the serotonin. Vasoconstrictor means the while the wound is occur, what they did means the blood vessels are becomes as a narrower by the this one serotonin. That is called a constrict. Constrict means closure, narrower the blood vessel is called as a vasoconstrictor. Here, histamine and bradykinin vasodilators. They are dilating means they are human will be the blood vessels becomes as a expand. Here it is a becomes as a narrower. Constrictor means the blood vessels are becomes as a narrower in this time. Histamine and bradykinin act as a vasodilator. The blood vessels are dilate. Dilate means they are expanding. Here this one is about the mast cells. They are secreting the four types of secretions. They are the heparin, the histamine, bradykinin, and serotonin. Heparin act as an anticoagulant. Serotonin only act as a vasoconstrictor, and the histamine and bradykinin act as a vasodilators. Clear? Next, distinguish between the tendon and ligament. Simply tendon means attachment by the muscle with the bone is called as a tendon. Attachment between the bone to bone attachment is called as a ligament. Bone to muscle is called as a tendon. Let's see here. Observe here. Tendons connect the skeletal muscle to the bone. Here skeletal muscle is this one is muscle is connected with the bone. It contains only the collagen fibers. Here it is having the only the attachment purpose. They are having the only collagen fibers. Here next the ligaments connect the one bone to another. One bone is with the another connected by the ligaments. They contain the collagen fibers along with the elastin. Not here only collagen fibers are present. Where in the tendon, but ligaments are having the collagen as well as elastin fibers also present inside of the ligaments. Clear? The difference between the simply tendon means connected the skeletal muscle with the bone is called as a tendon. It is having only the collagen fibers. Ligament means it is connected, connect the one bone with the another bone. That we call as a ligament. It is containing the collagen fibers as well as elastin fibers. Clear? This one is about the distinguish between the tendon and ligament. Next one is the distinguish between the brown fat and the white fat. Here, the brown fat is found in the fetus and the infants. The newborn babies or the fetus, they are having the fat that we call as the brown fat. What it is means brown fat is the metabolically active. Brown fat is present in the fetus and infants, that is metabolically active. The adipocytes have several lipid droplets. Inside of the adipocytes, they are having the several lipid droplets are present. Next, what about the white fat? White fat is found in the adults. In the adults, white fat is present, that is metabolically inactive. Here it is active, it is metabolically inactive. And the adipocytes have only single large lipid droplet. Here, several droplets, lipid droplets are present. In this, adipocytes are having the single large lipid droplet is present. See what it is? Brown fat is present in the fetus as well as infants are having this one. The white fat is present in only adults. The brown fat is metabolically active. White fat is metabolically inactive. Next, here the adipocytes have the several lipid droplets. Here the adipocytes are having the single and the large droplet. Here, this one is about the difference between the brown fat and the white fat. Next is the, which one is the strongest cartilage? The three types of cartilage are there. Hyaline cartilage, already in the SAQs we discussed. With the diagrams we discussed this one. Hyaline cartilage, elastic cartilage, and fibrous cartilage. Three types of cartilages are there. Among that, which one is the strongest cartilage? In which region of the human body do you find it? Here, what it means, fibrous cartilage is the, which one? Last one. Last one, fibrous cartilage is the strongest cartilage. The weakest is the hyaline cartilage. Three types are there: hyaline and the elastic and the fibrous. Hyaline cartilage is the weakest cartilage, and it is present in the intervertebral disc. We are having the backbone. Backbone is having the vertebrae. Between the two vertebrae, joining discs are there. That we call it as a intervertebral discs. Intervertebral discs are having the fibrous cartilage, and the pubic symphysis, pelvic girdle is having this type of the pelvic girdle down. The pelvic girdle is there. That pelvic girdle is supported by the pubic symphysis. That is also made up of with the fibrous cartilage. Means among the three cartilages, the fibrous cartilage is the strongest cartilage. It is present in the intervertebral disc. Between the two vertebrae they are present, and the pubic symphysis of the pelvis also that is present here. This one is about the strongest cartilage and in the body. Clear? Next one is the, this is also important, osteoblast and the osteoclast. Here, osteoblast means the immature cells. These are the immature bone cells. Immature bone cells. Immature bone cells is called as a, before the activation, their cells we call as a the osteoblasts. Here they given, see here. Osteoblasts are the immature osteocytes. Or the osteoblasts are developed and form it as a osteocytes. That's why these are the immature osteocytes. They produce the collagen fibers and minerals for the bone. Here they mainly produce the collagen fibers and as well as minerals for the bone. Here, next, what about the osteoclasts? Osteoclasts are the phagocytic cells of the bone. Here, they are the inside of the bone. The unwanted substances are there that is taken inside purpose. Osteoclasts are there. They remove the minerals from the bones. One is given the minerals to the bones. Here, which one? The osteoclasts produce the collagen fibers and minerals to the bone. This one is remove the minerals from the excess are there. That minerals are removed by this one. Clear? This is about the osteoblasts and the osteoclasts. Osteoblasts are the immature cells of the osteocytes. Osteoclasts are the phagocytic cells of the bone. They are producing the collagen and minerals. These are removing of the minerals. Next is the osteon, are also called as a Haversian canal. Next is the osteon. This is also called as a Haversian canal. Haversian canal. Next, it is mainly the dense bone. Here, dense bone, osteon. In dense bone, Haversian canal and surrounded by the lamellae and lacunae are collectively called osteons. For example, see this one. Here it is the Haversian canal is there. Surrounding of the Haversian canal, number of lacunae is present like this. Here, lacunae is connected by the lamella. Here, they are connected by the lamella. Like this, they are surrounding lacunae and the lamellae are surrounding. That collectively we call it as a Haversian system, are also called as a osteon. What it is? Here, the Haversian canal is there and the lacunae is there and the lamella is there. That collectively called as a Haversian system, are also called as a osteon. See this one. In dense bone, Haversian canal and the surrounding lamellae and lacunae are collectively called as a osteon, or also called as a the Haversian canal. It works in the transport system. Clear? For the transporting purpose, they are in the bone. The transporting purpose, they are helpful. Clear? Next, the next last question. This one is called as a. With this answer, we will finish today's class. The what is the sesamoid bone? Give the example. Clear? Sesamoid bone means strongest bone. Clear? What sesamoid bone is a tendon bone. Clear? What is a tendon? Muscle and bone attachment is called as a tendon. It is the sesamoid bone is the tendon bone. It is formed by the ossification of tendon. Tendon is a not bone. That is attachment to the muscle with the bone, but it undergoes the ossification. It means it forms it as a bony structure, and that we call as a sesamoid bone. Actually, tendon is not a bone. Tendon is attaching the skeletal muscle with the bone. That is converted into ossification into bony. That we call it as a sesamoid bone. Here, it is a sesamoid bone is tendon bone. It is formed by the ossification of tendon. Example is knee patella, kneecap. We are having the kneecap na strongest. That is the which type of bone? That is the sesamoid bone. Clear? This is about the next. How many are there in this? We will check and stop this one. Only last this one. I will explain this also. With this, we finish this lesson. This one is last one is the microglia. Microglial cells. See this one. This is also important. Microglial cells means these are the neuroglial cells. They are giving the support to the neurons. That's why we call it a microglia is the neuroglial cells. Neuron supporting cells we call it a neuroglial cells. They are the non-conducting cells of the nervous system. Conducting cells are the neurons. Which one is supporting to the neurons? That we call as a conducting cells. That is called as a neuroglial cells. They are the phagocytic, means any unwanted substances are there, they can take and ingest and combat the infection and injury of the nervous system. Inside of the injury and the infection is there, that is take the unwanted substances and remove them. That is called as a phagocytic. They are the mesodermal in origin. Microglia is the supporting cells of the neuron. That's why we call as a, they are the neuroglial cells. They are non-conducting cells, and they are phagocytic in function. In the injury and infection is there, that time they engulf that infection, the microbes, and remove that. And also these are the mesodermal in origin. With this, we complete this lesson. Next important means the structural organization may be here 2 to 3 VSAQs are compulsory. Here 2 to 3, mostly 3 questions. Otherwise, 2 VSAQs are there. That's why concentrate the VSAQs from this lesson. Here, less important means the more only there, but 3 questions means 6 marks you are getting now. That's why this is important lesson for the VSAQs. That's why which important I explained that you learn it. Here, tomorrow same time we meet in this class.